Welcome to Packmates, a podcast about Magic the Gathering Limited, where we take a deep dive into current limited formats. The Packmates are a group of card sharks that love going to F&M, hanging out, drafting, and getting them wins, baby. I'm Ryan, your resident aggro expert.
I'm Robi, the resident turtle expert.
I'm Andrew, the resident mid-range green expert.
And I'm Joel, the resident combo expert.
This week, we're going to talk about our F&M decks. We had a pretty big draft this week. We had 2 pods. We're going to talk about Joel's Vintage Cube Phenom. Joel, the Vintage Cube Phenom. There might be a little bit of salt, unless a little salt one. Try not to, but we'll see. Don't forget to check out our Discord. Links are in the description. We have other socials in the description that we're not as caught up on, but the Discord's definitely the place. You can always ping one of us on Discord, and we'll be happy to help you make cuts, navigate a draft, whatever you want to do. And there's a cool trophy deck page that people post their trophy decks to that we sometimes talk about.
That's pretty active.
Yeah, it weirdly is. Yep.
We'll start off with Andrew this week. How'd your F&M go?
F&M went pretty good. I made it to the finals. I drafted a green-white splashing black, splashing blue for Doppelgang. That card is absolutely nuts when you can get it, if you can do the X is equal to 2.
Yeah.
And it's just like you just win the game right
7 mana.
Yes, it'd be 8 mana.
8, yeah.
Yeah. And so that is the green blue XXX sorcery. For each X permanents, or for each X target permanents, you create X tokens that are copies of those permanents. So you can make, put 2 mana or 6 mana into it. You get 2 of each of the 2 things that you targeted. So that was pretty good. I got 2 of the underground mortuaries. Those are the surveil lands of the swamp forest. So I was like, okay, this is good. They're normally pretty decent in these kind of. Knew I was going to go towards the upper end of this, more mid-ranging, and so they just kind of help you get there. It was a good deck. I just got handled, like just bodied by War Leader's Call, and it was just game every turn 3, they just got it, boom, there. And so it was a little rough to get through. And then the last game, I did get a little mana screwed. I was stuck on 2, but
Made it to the championship.
It was nice. Had a lot better experience this week than last week.
Yep. Any other standouts?
Another standout was I had a really tough pick between the 5 cost Aurelia and a Wojek Investigator, and it was pack 2, and so I was at a real crossroads there. But the Wojek Investigator is just so much better, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean it's easier to just fit in any deck too, where if you're not in white and red, you know what I mean?
Exactly, yeah. And so I haven't, but I hadn't really played with the Aurelia very much. And so I was tempted just to take it, just to play with it.
Yeah.
But I know Wojek Investigator is very strong.
Yep. So I had a Simic deck splashing black and also a 1 card splash in white for Buried in the Garden. It was fairly good. I had 2 urgent necropsy. Is that how you say that? Yeah. I'm going to say it's necropsy.
Necropsy, maybe?
Yeah.
Double mythics.
Double mythics. And that's the one where you pay for instant, collect evidence, and kill a creature, artifact, enchantment, planeswalker, where X is the CMC of those cards, equal to the collect evidence that you did, equal or less. Those cards were very good, often 2-for-1s.
How many permanents? What was your max permanent count blowing up?
2.
2? Ah, dang.
They were good, though. I did against Robi, blew up his case, and Dude, it blew up.
Yeah.
I feel like Robi would be the guy where you could get all 4.
Yeah. He did have artifacts
on certain
in there
weeks,
too.
yeah.
And did blew up a makeshift binding to get a Dude back, and a Dude, which was a huge swing at instant speed.
Yeah.
So those were good. I had the 4/4 Death Touch Ward Haste guy for 4 in green.
Oh, that guy's good.
That guy was good. Just a couple good cards.
Yeah, Axbane Ferox. That card does a lot of work, honestly.
Yeah. Yep. It's just so hard to deal with and so good. My deck was pretty good against most things, and then I lost in the championship to Big Rakdos Discard, which is a deck I've never seen in this format, playing cards that I've
Never seen
in this format.
Never seen in this format. Got double mind rotted when I had 2 cards in my hand. Yeah. Both times I hit a mythic and another pretty good card. It was good. I mean, yeah.
Isn't that a testament to this kind of play packs that we've been doing now? These play boosters.
Yeah.
Where they've made the cards anything could work if it just gets the right curve.
Yeah, and it's also a testament to how important sequencing is and all of that, right? I lost in the championship, but I did draw 12 lands both games, and had to double discard 4 cards when it And those were, that only happened in game 2 and then completely blindsided me, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
And then like the first one's like, okay, but like I have to draw and like play cards. And then when I have 2 again, he does it again. So
yeah. Oof.
So what you're saying is we've reached the point in the format where mind rot is sneaky good.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Could be.
That's funny.
It was just like a meta shift, right?
Yeah. It was just something that, you're not used to seeing and you don't really play around correctly. Like,
Because
if that went to game 3, I could have like held a land or 2, and like, just had some discard fodder in my hand, but didn't happen. So, deck was fun. Deck was like fairly good. It kind of felt like most games were non-games. But yeah, went 2-1. How'd you do, Roby?
Yeah, I ended up going 1-2. And I probably played like a combined total of like maybe 20 minutes of Magic. Like literally nothing. I learned nothing. Like I just got flooded or mana screwed and just like rolled my opponents. Like I had 0 real games. It was super whatever. I played green white, had some rares, some neighborhood guardians. Like it was good, but sometimes it just didn't work.
Yep. It's just all about the sequencing, right? Like that's it's sequencing stupid. The format. So it's tough sometimes.
Yep, that's all I got to say about it.
I remember you played me and you like had a nuts opener and drew only lands.
Yeah, I drew 9 lands in a row.
Like it was like
nice.
I was like, yeah.
Novice Inspector, 10th District Hero, into like the one that makes it inside source.
Yeah, into nothing but lands. Yeah.
Like, okay.
For 9 turns. Yeah.
So tough.
Yep.
But it'd be like that sometimes, boys.
Yep.
It's just Magic.
Other formats are better.
Yep.
About like making it not feel so bad, right?
I think this is one of my most hated formats of all time.
Ooh.
It's up there. It's up there for me.
This and AFR are the top 2, and I don't know which one's worse to me. But anyway, how are you doing, Joel? I heard you're doing some other things that could be more fun.
After not liking the format as well, haven't loved it. I just went all in on this Vintage Cube season.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
So it just ended, but for a couple weeks there, we had Vintage Cube up on Magic the Gathering Online. It's a 540 card singleton powered cube. So you get to play with Black Lotus, all the Moxen, Ancestral Recall, all of the stupidly broken stuff from Magic's history, right?
I heard you were doing some dominating there, some domination.
Yeah. No, I ended up getting 20 trophies. So I ended up at 6th on the leaderboard.
Nice. That's insane.
Thank you. Yeah. My best record, I went a stretch where I won 20 games and lost a single game.
Wow.
Jeez.
That's crazy.
Yeah. No, that was a good stretch. Just I was opening power some, and then even when I was running into opposing power, I just like played around it, or it like all worked out beautifully every time. I top decked what I needed, etc. Like just everything going right.
Yeah, that's sick.
What was your most drafted deck in that? Now that the format's gone, you can kind of reveal your secrets, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. I think there was definitely a period at the beginning when Boros aggro is overdrafted. It is easy. You have people trying to do mono white, mono red. They often end up combining the 2 to some degree.
Mm-hmm.
It was a period at the beginning where that was that. And then after like 4 days, people get bored of drafting Boros aggro and going for wins, and they start trying to draft all the stupid combo decks. And all of a sudden, you start getting Boros aggro being wide open. And there was this draft where I tabled Lelia after picking Ragavan over it. And I was like, Lelia, the Blade Reforged. And I was like, I'm the only red drafter at the table, right? This is one of the better red cards.
Goodness.
It fits in nearly every red deck. It's card advantage. It grows out of control. It's a hasty creature. And somehow this tabled. And there was not a single other good red card in the pack, right?
Wow.
It's like, I take Ragavan and then somehow wheel Lelia. So there's definitely, that moment where you can tell when people stop drafting the aggro decks, and then you can go in on the aggro decks. But I will admit, I also got bored with drafting the aggro deck. I generally prefer combo. I want to do something broken. Even my fair decks nearly always have a random reanimate package thrown in there, a natural order thrown in there, something broken. Even if it's just like Crucible, Run and 6 Strip Mine, right?
Just to have a combo package, right? It's important.
Yeah.
I'm the same way.
There's got to be some way to seal wins.
That was a killer first turn win that you had in our trophy section, I think it was, where you got the Crucible Brass Bonds Zerrin Orb.
Yeah.
Just
so
brutal.
Zerrin Orb lets you sacrifice a land to gain 2 life. right?
Mm-hmm.
Fast Bond gives you infinite land drops, but each one you take a damage on after the first one. And then Crucible of Worlds, you can play lands from your graveyard, right? So I played turn 1 Forest, Fast Bond, land Soul Ring, land Crucible, Zoran Orb. And then I had a fetch land in hand.
Oh,
So
even
now I
better.
have infinite mana, right?
Yeah.
Because I can replay all the lands from my graveyard, sacrifice them after floating mana, right?
Yep.
Infinite life, because I net 1 life every time I sack it to Zoran Orb. And I get to get every single land out of my deck, so I only top deck spells, because I have a fetch land that I can play infinite times. Right? So opponent scooped on the spot.
I think I would have been petty enough to make you do it.
Yeah. To take 30 minutes
Yeah.
to combo off. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No. If you get one of the draw lands, the canopy lands, it also, because you have infinite mana and infinite life, you can also draw your deck off those, right? So that's a little way to make the combo even more deterministic. Because the thing with infinite life on Magic the Gathering Online is it's not really infinite, right? You can lose through it. There's no way to shortcut it.
Yeah.
Which is a little frustrating,
Yeah. That
but
is
most
fun.
people respect it and just skip to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you, were you on the play or the draw?
That one was on the draw. If it would have been on the play, it would have been better. But
Yeah.
you went and I went turn 1 Forest Fast Bond, win the game.
That sounds less fun to me than drafting this set.
Okay, but here's the thing. That was my only turn 1 win this entire time playing, and I spent a truly insane amount of time playing, and nobody turn 1 winned me.
Yeah,
So
that's fair.
that is an outlier.
Yeah.
Right? It's going to happen incredibly rarely. The odds that I had all of those exact pieces in my opener incredibly small.
Right.
Right? You will get comboed out like that times. It is a combo format, honestly.
Yeah.
But the odds that it happens on turn 1 are not likely, right? You're much more likely to have a deck like I had this blue-black Doomsday deck, right? And I had Black Lotus, Dark Ritual, and Doomsday, right? And Doomsday, you just turn your library into 5 cards of your choice, right? And then I just cast Thassa's Oracle, is the idea.
Oh, okay.
So theoretically,
win was.
Yeah. I could go, turn 1 Dark Ritual Doomsday, or turn 1 Black Lotus Doomsday, and then, put Black Lotus back in my pile and cast Thassa's Oracle off it and win, right?
Yeah.
But I never won on turn 1 with this deck. It just was, I played a control game, right? I had Force of Will, I had a bunch of counters, just control-y elements. And then later on, I would combo. And that's going to happen way more often in Vintage Cube than just like the turn 1 win. There is stupidly broken stuff in the format, but there's also a lot of interaction. If you look at the number of black discard spells, things like Duress, you take a non-creature from their hand. Things like Thoughtseize, just take anything. Hymn to Turok, right? You take 2 cards at random. And that's just a few of the black discard spells. The blue counter magic, right? Like there's just a lot of ways to interact. And I think the biggest thing is just making sure you draft those. And you'll do great.
So I have a question, Joel. What Vintage
Absolutely.
Cubes cards would you add to this format to make it good? Murders of Karlov.
Okay, some of the ones that just got added to Magic Online, I think are good enough for the cube. A particular Chaos Defiler. It's an
I
artifact.
mean the
It goes with
other
your
way
artifacts in the cube.
around. I mean the other way around.
Well, take out based off the current? Or?
No, what cards would you add from Vintage Cube to the Murders at Karlov Manor to make it good?
Make it better. All the Moxen, obviously.
Really?
Black Lotus, Ancestral Recall.
What would be the meta?
Power.
Soul Ring.
Soul Ring, Mana
Soul
Crypt,
Ring at common.
obviously.
Soaring at comment would be sick
Yeah.
because then you could just cast
Yes.
your
Your morphs off it?
your
Yeah.
morphs on 2 like they should be.
All I want is to go turn 1 Soul Ring into Soul Ring into Morph.
Yeah, sick. So sick, yeah.
Soul Ring
Magic.
at common.
Give
Fix
us
the
You
Power
heard it here,
murders.
guys. Yeah, Soul Ring at common.
Nerf Boros by putting Soul Ring at common.
It would
Yeah.
nerf Boros. Would nerf Boros, that's for sure.
I think this fits with the spirit of play boosters, if you ask me.
I think the list card should literally just be Vintage Cube cards. Like,
I like this idea.
yeah.
Yeah,
It sounds way funner, if I'm
Yeah.
being honest. Yeah.
because some of them are going to be completely unplayable in the format. Like, you open Doomsday. What are you going to do?
Well, we already
You got
have
that
a
hexproof. You got that
Yeah.
hexproof guy. If you mill your whole deck, the flyer, the template,
Yeah,
Exactly.
it would fit.
That's funny.
It would work.
that's super funny. Yeah, like Yeah, I'd rather see vintage cube cards than like random Quintorius. like actually fun cards.
That land you got tonight that just like shuffles a card or puts a card.
Yeah,
right into the
seclude.
bottom.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
Is this? I don't think it's secluded step. I think that's
That's the cycling
the
one.
cycling one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Misveil planes or something?
Yeah.
It is Misfill Plains, yeah. You can
Yeah.
pay 1 and a white and tap it to put a card from your graveyard on the bottom of your library.
I almost put that in
Like-
my deck. I
Insidious
considered
Roots.
it.
Insidious Roots activator.
Yeah, that seems good.
Yeah, and white.
Yeah.
Seems good.
I don't think white has anything better to do than insidious roots, people.
Oh, wow. Imagine playing Insidious Roots in white and just all the tokens you have sitting around that tap for mana.
Yeah,
That would be kind of sick.
But like, yeah.
I have had a time where I cast Outrageous Robbery for X's 7 off of my 3 Insidious Roots tokens, and I felt like a god.
Yeah.
So Ryan, you have a challenge, don't you?
Yes, I do. And there will be prizes involved. I'm not exactly sure. Will most likely be a 3D printed deck box that I'll ship to you or hand to you if you're at F&M that I'm making. So if you can get a mono black quick draft trophy deck before Robi, and you're the first to do it,
And murders at Karlov
Murders
Manor.
at Karlov Manor between the day this posts, which is Friday, March 15th, and next Friday, March 22nd, I will ship you a trophy deck.
A prize.
Or I'll ship you a prize. And it's a really cool deck box that I made. So,
Yeah.
um,
Good luck.
yeah. And, you have to post in Discord the minute you hit it because if
You
Robi
need
posts his
screenshots
first, it's over.
and you need timestamps on your screenshots for sure. Like if you do it on mobile.
You need
or-
17 lands data. You need to post your 17,
17
lands
Okay.
link. Yeah. Post your 17 lands link.
I won't have a 17 lands link
We are
because I
the
play on
pod.
mobile. Yeah. Yeah.
Even if you don't beat Robi and you get it and you're the first to get it within the week, I may still send you the deck box.
Yeah.
Please beat Robi.
Mono black,
He
the
thinks-
worst color.
He doesn't think people can beat him in this. He's already got it
Oh,
planned
yeah.
out, and
I already
he's got
do.
a head start on everybody because you guys won't hear this until 3 days after we talked about it.
Yeah.
Like,
I think it's going to be very hard though.
I do too.
Like
Seems
low
like
key, like
Is it Mono Black like a 30% win rate on 17 lands?
Yeah, it was at one point. It was like lower, but yeah. So if you get the first to get a mono black quick draft trophy deck, and download the 17 lands app, have timestamps, or
coming from the
I mean, I guess you
person
don't
who-
need you don't have to have timestamps because like it just is open that
They
day,
post it.
right? Like,
Yeah.
it's fine. I trust you. Don't scam me, please. It's supposed to be fun.
Scam him!
But you do have to post a screenshot of the trophy deck and the deck. And I would prefer the 17 lands link because I would like to go over the draft and stuff,
Yeah, we'll talk about it. We'll have you on the podcast to talk about it.
if you want.
38.9% win rate.
Yep.
Dude, Mana Flare had a
boy.
way worse win rate than that. And I was the only person who ever won with Mana Flare.
So,
It'll be easy.
and you get to beat Robi, which is fun. to
Yeah,
do.
which is
That is
funny.
good.
And yeah. So please do it and let me know how it goes.
Yeah, I think it will be easier in Quick Draft because the bots don't care about any of the black cards.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy to
And
get
it's
them there.
cheaper. I don't want to bleed people out of their gyms like on purpose. Right?
So what's the ruling on the 2 mana color, like the 2 color cards?
You may only run swamps.
Okay, deal.
Basic swamps.
You
Basic
may
swamps.
only run swamps.
Can you run?
Can you splash with
Prevail
golems? No, that's against the spirit.
You can have one pip in your entire deck list that is not black.
That seems arbitrary.
No, then you can play Tesa.
You can splash like a mythic.
Then you're not Mono Black.
Then that's not mono
I'm
black.
thinking-
That defeats the.
Yeah.
Okay, as long as you
Your
only
veil
have
land?
swamps though.
Yeah, you can only have swamps. You can also
No.
have like common lands that you drafted, like the colorless one, Public Thoroughfare.
No, only swamps. Only
It's
swamps.
true.
No
Mono Black
surveil lands?
favorite.
No surveillance.
Those have swamp on them.
Okay, that's fair then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your lands have to say swamps. I will accept escape tunnels too.
To get a swamp.
To get a swamp. And, yeah,
Why play an untapped swamp when you can play a tapped swamp?
right.
Yeah, so you can get your creature with power 2 or less in, right?
Or to just thin your deck.
I-
Yeah.
I've had that give me lethal before.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
it
yeah.
happens.
I've never even thought of it. I just It's evolving well. It's me.
Ooh.
What is that? It's my bad.
So yeah. So you can have one pip that is not black. You can only play cards that say lands that say swamp on them or escape tunnel. And that's the rules. Quick draft. You can do it in Premier Draft too if you want, but no.
Yeah,
no.
good luck.
Yeah.
You might.
harder.
It might be
way harder.
easier, low key, because like I'm not sure that the bots don't take black as highly as humans do.
Yeah. Scratch that. Only quick draft because
Only quick
the
draft.
timing
Yeah,
of it
yeah.
makes it to where like it'd be harder to game.
Yeah, it would just take way more gems. To
Quick
get.
draft, one pip, lands that say swamps. Post the pick.
Yep, that's good. 38% win rate.
Yep.
What else do we have?
I
bro?
expect to see 17 lands data movement this year. And it will be
Solely from
hilarious
me.
if it's lower.
What's it at right now? I think it's
For a quick draft, anyway.
well, like the number of games with mono black. What do you think it's at?
Like 78.
90. It's also 90 games with mono blue, and that has a 61.1% win rate, which is higher than Boros,
Yeah.
which is
90
not real.
games, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's what we're going to talk about.
Yep.
This week, Superfecta is vices every man should have.
All right, I got you.
Solid vices. I'll go first. A nicotine addiction.
God damn it. I was going to say smoking cigarettes because it's cool, right? But leaving dirty dishes in the sink, even though the dishwasher is literally right there. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
You can't put them in there. You're not a woman, right? I'm just kidding.
man.
I don't even have a dishwasher.
And this on
I do them all. by
on
hand.
International Women's Day.
Is it really?
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
That's
For
funny.
shame.
That's
For
funny.
shame.
Yep.
For
All
shame.
Saying you're eating healthy by putting a piece of lettuce on something.
I don't do that. Yeah.
You just only eat lettuce.
I don't eat lettuce. I don't really even like lettuce.
No one does. That's the secret.
Yeah, that
That's
is
the joke of the whole thing. I'm eating healthy. I put it in lettuce.
Yeah.
All right, Joel.
A gambling addiction that is definitely not a gambling addiction.
Yeah. Gambling addiction was my next one for
Oh,
sure.
man, that was a good one.
You got back-to-backers, Joel.
Perhaps a bit of a subset of the previous one, but cracking packs.
Nice. Very nice.
A healthy sports addiction.
Yeah. Hand in hand with the gambling.
You don't have to gamble. You could just really love a team.
Now I feel like
That
we're
one's
on.
15.
I feel like the next ones are all just random addictions we can think of. Like drinking beers with the boys.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good vice. Yeah.
Just being in a stirring up shit mood every once in a while. Just every once in a while, you just choose to disagree with everyone for the day. And then for my next one, we're going to go with just having a messy desk area.
Yeah.
Just never keeping your desk area clean.
Okay, I'm gonna say mowing the yard only because you're mad. like not really because it really needs it, just because you're literally upset, right?
You just want to get out of the
Yeah,
house.
you just want to get out. Yeah.
20-minute
I have to go with the
bathroom
caffeine
break.
addiction.
Ooh.
20-minute
Yeah.
bathroom break.
Yeah, I do that.
Yeah.
All the time. Yeah.
That's the same as mowing the yard.
same thing.
It's a sick one. Everyone gives dudes shit about that, right? Like, why are you in the bathroom so long? It's like, it's the only place I'm by myself.
Yep.
What was yours, Joel?
The caffeine addiction.
Caffeine.
Ooh, caffeine
Yeah.
addiction is
Yeah.
very good.
Yep.
All right, you get a second one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got one more.
Oh man. Just absolutely binging shows.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Let's see. Oh gosh. Oh man. I'm trying to think of a good one here. Oh, that bathroom was so good. So many others of that ilk too.
How can you top that? Really?
Oh my gosh. Oh man.
This is a super hard one. To do.
Okay, like collecting toys, but calling them, like
Collectibles.
collectibles.
Models.
Like models. Like no, that's literally just a GI Joe.
I'm going to say not putting your socks back in the proper pairs. And just like throwing them in a
Just wearing
big
mismatched socks.
Yeah, just like I literally have a sock 5-gallon bucket where I just throw my socks and I try to get some that kind of resemble each other.
All right, my last one, but not least, just knee jerk buying something when you don't have the money. And you
Oh my gosh. That happens.
just
Or
you just really want it today.
A really good one.
It.
A really good one is buying something that goes with something that you don't actually own yet,
Just like
just in case.
just knee jerk buying 3 Steam games.
man.
Yeah, that's funny.
I think it's just buying stuff just so you don't have to go out and buy stuff, you know? Like you're just like, no, I'm just going to do it now. Whatever. I don't really care. Or you just get so frustrated when you're out shopping that you just buy it and you just don't even think about it.
That's super funny. That was a good pick. Good pick, Ryan.
Thanks.
Good pick, Ryan.
All right. I want to do one semi-recurring segment real quick.
Okay.
If we have time.
Mm.
Just other news. Stuff we're getting into that's not magic.
Cool.
Could be work stories, life stories, whatever. I have a wild one this week. So my wife is a teacher. She was sick last week, all week, and was out the entire week.
Oh no.
Had a sub. Okay. This sub was a para in her building that just covered for her, which happens sometimes and has a sub license, you know. While she was gone for the entire week, the sub gave out $80 worth of food, classroom rewards that were bought from Sam's, Slim Jims, fruit snacks, all of that was meant to last her for the rest of the year. And my wife had 24 cans of Coke in her personal refrigerator that the sub drank all of in a 5-day span.
That's crazy.
Jeez.
Dang.
It's like one of the wildest things that's like ever actually happened to someone I know, right? Like it's like getting your car stolen, right? Like, you just get back and you're like, you know, not super stoked. And then you're just like, where's all my things?
Yeah.
So ruined her day. She was pretty upset about it. Hopefully there'll be a good resolution, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Yep. Anybody else want to do one or no?
I've been into metal lately.
Metal?
Yeah, I like metal music. The new Knock Loose song is amazing. Yep.
Cool.
It got me into metal again.
Nice.
Been pretty excited recently. The company that I work for, we're a theater company, and so we signed the paperwork to get Kelsey Grammer of Frasier and Cheers fame to our town.
Huge
Awesome.
Frasier guy right here.
Really?
Oh, really?
Weirdly, yeah.
Yeah.
I was a little kid. I don't think I understood it.
Yeah. I remember my grandpa watching it.
Yeah. It just seemed classier than Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Because he had a British voice.
Yeah. Oh man. So I'm excited. I'm excited to meet him. I gotta find the right Frasier memorabilia. But I just but then just like Mr. Grammer, could you please can you sign this? Yeah. But maybe I'd be like, Mr. Grammer, would you please sign this?
Yeah, we'll have him on the
something like
podcast
that.
next week.
Yeah, I know. I gotta get him on. I gotta get him on the podcast.
Yeah.
We'll get a ton of downloads.
That's funny. What do you have that's new, Joel?
I've been getting back into chess lately. I used to play pretty competitively, and then I kind of dropped it for Magic and other stuff. But I've been playing a bit more.
What's your
It's a lot
elo?
of fun.
Probably
my
twice as high as mine has ever been.
my peak, I was at 1600.
Yeah.
Now
About
I'm
twice as
definitely
high
way
as mine's
lower,
ever been.
but my online elo still says that. It's absolutely curb stop,
Yeah.
but it's fun.
Yeah. Chess is fun. I think everyone got into it a little bit during the pandemic.
Yeah. It is fun.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm so bad at it.
I think everybody saw Queen's Gambit and was like,
Yeah.
I can do this.
I would just watch the YouTubers and did the meme openings, like the Bomb Cloud and stuff like that.
Hikaru
It's so
and
funny.
Magnus. Oh yeah.
Oh, Magnus.
Yeah. Yeah, that's funny.
All right. Well, that's all we got this week.
Yep.
We'll catch you boys on the flippity flop.
Bye. Joel, we're waiting
Bye.
for you.
Bye-bye.
Wait for what? I don't know what you're talking about.
We're waiting for your sign out, Joel.
Yeehaw.
Oh, man, Joel. One day you'll learn. You're just so young.
That's all we got this week. Bye.